Here's how the Madden brothers went from rock star fame to being two of Hollywood's hottest husbands. Joel and Benji Madden shot to fame in the early '00s as the faces of punk pop hitmakers Good Charlotte. But since the early 10s, they have become just as renowned for their love lives as their music. Here's a look at how the siblings turned into two of Hollywood's unlikeliest hot husbands. Born in the Maryland community of Waldorf in 1979, twins Joel and Benji Madden founded their first band in the 1990s. This debut musical endeavor never really took off, though, and the siblings later instead joined forces with guitarist Billy Martin, drummer Aaron Escolopio and bassist Paul Thomas to form Good Charlotte. Their moniker was inspired by an unlikely source, Carol Beach Yor's kids' book, Good Charlotte, Girls of the Good Day Orphanage. With Benji on guitar and Joel taking frontman duties, the band soon began performing across Washington's metropolitan area. After creating an industry buzz at 1998's HFS Festival, Good Charlotte were invited to open for several established punk pop outfits including Lit, Sum 41 and Blink-182. Their fairy tale continued when they landed a deal with Epic Records in 2000. The band didn't waste any time hitting the studio, releasing their eponymous debut record later that same year. However, their label was left disappointed by its lack of commercial success and the band faced the very real prospect of being dropped. But Epic gave them one more chance, an act of faith that soon paid off significantly. Indeed, in 2002 the single, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, became a breakout hit. It even reached the top 20 on both sides of the Atlantic. Inspired by the likes of Social Distortion, The Clash and Rancid, parent album The Young and the Hopeless subsequently became one of the biggest pop rock records of the year. Indeed, further singles such Girls and Boys and The Anthem pushed sales to just under 5 million copies. The group quickly capitalized on its success by releasing their third album, The Chronicles of Life and Death, in 2004. The record made the Billboard 200 Top 3 and spawned another US Hot 100 hit in the shape of I Just Wanna Live. But the siblings soon proved that their talents extended far beyond anthemic punk pop. Indeed, Joel and Benji both made big screen appearances in comedies Not Another Teen Movie and Material Girls. They then teamed up with older brother Josh to create the Made clothing line, which later became incorporated into DCMA Collective. And they also founded their own production company named Dead Executives. Good Charlotte eventually returned to the studio in 2007 with Good Morning Revival, their third consecutive US Top 10 album. But the Maddens continued to pursue other avenues. Benji began playing in another band, Tainstick, and Joel guested on tracks by the likes of Junior Sanchez, Busy Bone and 3-6 Mafia. Following 2010's Cardiology, though, the Maddens put the group on hold. However, the brothers continued to work together. In 2011 Joel signed up as a coach for Australia's first series of talent show The Voice, with Benji joining him as a mentor. 4 years later, the latter was also invited to sit in the famous chair as a coach alongside his sibling. The siblings also released a mixtape under the guise of the Madden Brothers. Before Volume 1 showcased their knack for talent spotting, thanks to appearances from several then unknown rappers who would later enjoy major success, including Wiz Khalifa and Machine Gun Kelly. 3 years later the Madden brothers released their debut album, Greetings from California. In 2015 the Maddens displayed their entrepreneurial spirit once more when they formed their own management company. Alongside fellow rockers Sleeping with Sirens, Hollywood Undead and Architects, MDDN also helped to guide the career of chart-topping pop star Jessie J, and then out of nowhere, they revived the band that made them famous. Indeed, in 2016 Good Charlotte returned from their self-imposed hiatus with a sixth studio effort, Youth Authority. A year later, they paid tribute to the late Lil Peep with a cover of the rapper's hit, Awful Things. Co-produced by Benji, their seventh release, Generation RX, arrived in 2018. Of course, ever since they were launched to fame, the Madden brothers have spent just as much time in the pages of gossip magazines as they have in the music press. In fact, Joel became a tabloid regular in 2005 when it was confirmed he was in a relationship with Hilary Duff. 9 years his junior, the actor appeared to be an unlikely fit for the heavily tattooed, hard-partying rock star. At the time, in fact, Duff was best known as the squeaky clean star of Disney Channel show Lizzie McGuire. Duff was keen to point out that she and Joel weren't so different in a 2006 interview with Teen People. She told the magazine, "You're automatically prejudging us because Joel has tattoos or I have blonde hair. He has tattoos so he's bad, I smile all the time so I'm perfect." Joel also defended their relationship while chatting to People magazine. He said, "I've found the perfect person. She's confident, she accepts me for my imperfections and she is good to me. I never have to question if she's going to be there, because I know she will be." However, at the end of 2006, the pair split up. Not to be outdone, though, Benji had also become something of a tabloid favorite thanks to his playboy lifestyle. Indeed, the star enjoyed brief relationships with several high-profile stars including Katy Perry and Holly Madison. He also once stepped out with Paris Hilton, whose reality show co-star would later become a major part of the musician's family life. Benji appeared to be showing signs of settling down when he began dating Aussie actor and singer Sophie Monk. The pair even got engaged before deciding to go their separate ways in 2008. But both the Madden brothers would eventually end up marrying women who were even more familiar with the spotlight. Firstly, Joel began dating Nicole Richie, the daughter of Motown legend Lionel and Paris Hilton's BFF in The Simple Life. The pair first met in 2006, although both parties have different recollections about exactly how. In 2016, the musician told fans that they first locked eyes on each other at a Good Charlotte gig. Nicole, however, claims that it was in fact at a party of a mutual friend. Rather adorably, the couple's 2 children also played a part in the ceremony. Daughter Harlow served as the flower girl, while son Sparrow took ring-bearing duties. Nicole later described the proceedings as magical in a chat with People magazine, while Joel gushed, "It was the best night of my life." And domestic life seemed to suit the couple down to the ground. In an interview with E! About the pair's first anniversary, Nicole said, "Dream day is probably watching football and playing video games, and my dream day is watching Real Housewives, so maybe that will be our 1-year celebration. We'll do a game in the day and then Housewives at night." And in 2018, Joel told the national newspaper how much his family unit had helped to ground him. He said, "They give me a reason to be okay with myself. I don't feel the need to try and prove to the world that I'm anything at all other than who I am to them. When I was younger, I think I felt like I needed to constantly sell something. I needed that validation, and that's what my family gave me." Despite Joel's protestations, the rumor mill went into overdrive in 2015 when a moving truck was seen outside the pair's mansion in Los Angeles. However, the vehicle was simply being used to transport both parties' belongings to a brand new home. And it just happened to be a property that was in much closer proximity to the other famous Madden brother. By this point, Benji Madden had also walked down the aisle with a super famous celebrity, none other than Cameron Diaz. The unlikely couple first met in the spring of 2014 and went public shortly after, when they were spotted holding hands walking around the Big Apple. Just a few weeks later, the actor introduced the former rocker to her family, and the pair's relationship certainly had Nicole Richie's blessing. In fact, the former reality star told Bravo that she was responsible for matching the pair up. She then said, "I approve of anything that's going to make Benji happy. I am a devoted sister-in-law. I'm happy for anyone who is happy, and I want everyone to be surrounded with love." Speculation about just how serious things between Benji and Cameron were then intensified in October 2014 when the latter attended a Hollywood ball wearing a swanky ring. Could the pair have got engaged after just 6 months together? Well, they had already started sharing a home after the musician moved into Cameron's pad in Beverly Hills. A year later, Cameron proved she was still very much in a loved-up mood during an appearance on Andy Cohen's radio show. She told the host, "You know, nothing matters now that I have my husband. You realize like, oh, this is like the real thing is. This is what real love is. This is what real commitment and devotion is. This is the person you build your life with." Of course, Benji is no stranger to telling the world how he feels about his other half, either. In 2017 he posted an adorable snap of him and Joel sitting at a dinner table full of empty plates. The caption read, "When we miss our wives, we eat our feelings. That's what we call devotion." Joel also revealed how blessed he felt to be part of such a close family. He said, "We landed on our feet. There was a whole bunch of different ways it could have gone wrong, and the thing I'm most proud of is we ended up okay as a band and as people. We all feel like, in our own way, we got to have the American dream. Indeed, the Madden brothers and their A-list wives are often spotted hanging out together as one big happy family. While appearing on a Goop panel in 2017, Nicole revealed how honored she was to be part of such a close setup. She said, "The Maddens rely on each other. When we got together it was like, you're just in the family. It's a large support system." And after spending the majority of both their personal and professional lives together, Joel and Benji's bond as brothers couldn't be stronger. The former told People magazine, "He's my best friend, so I love spending time with him. It's also nice having someone on your team, because the world has a very different perception of you than the person you really are." Here you have been told about everything from rock star fame to Hollywood to becoming the hot husband. Watch the video for information or share your thoughts in the comment box. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more related videos.